Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing? That was not the sound that I was intending, but we'll go forward. We are at the last Dynamite before All Out. All in, my apologies. The WrestleMania of AEW. We'll be returning to London. Yeah. Y'all already saw my opinion on the Benedict Mathurin sign and trade. 2 starting caliber level, 2 guards. I initially, oh no! Yo, Jonathan Kaminga finally found a home. And guess what? It's not on the Western Conference team a lot of people predicted. It's what many people predicted. Jonathan Kaminga agreed to a 2-year, $13 million deal for the Minnesota Timberwolves, plus a player option. So Minnesota just got a younger Jonathan Julius Randle. I'm joking. Late night off-season news. Trying to get Dynamite live right now. And try to refresh the play. I'm also watching a rematch against the Astros after we lost like 8-7. After we forgot how to hit for the last couple innings. We are 4 days away to go to London. We're in Glasgow, Scotland. Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Moxley. You can't manufacture this type of aura. Moxley always had the ability to become a badass. It was always the inconsistent booking on how you're over with the company or the crowd. I apologize, folks. Oh, Will Ospreay, I guess. Bruv, couple miles from London. Will Ospreay's opening the show. Winner of the Owen Hart Cup. And right now it's 2-1. Yankees with the lead. As soon as we thought Klay Thompson to the Miami Heat was going to make an upgrade, like Ray Allen to the Heat back in 2013, they give us Klay to the Heat. And they're trying to bury it like Nelson Jerebko when he joined the Warriors. Bro, the football shirt with the skinny sweats and the running shoes, man. Come on. Day. Will Osprey really going through the humble beginnings he was working two jobs to support himself in his time in wrestling. Oh God, Doug Williams, a good shout out. Shout out to the British invasion. Ryan Smile, a lot of European, UK born wrestlers. Will Ospreay's referencing right now. Oh, someone interrupting. Oh, Kenny's not showing up. Whoa, I would say like 2020 to 2021, Kenny Omega was peak other than the belt collector. He's just been coasting in just certain dream matches, especially when they had to just do Okada and Kenny. Ooh, Ooh, he said the F word. Will Ospreay saying there's a debt that needs to be paid after Kenny Omega referenced his son in that interview they had before Ospreay's multi-man match. I think that was last week on Dynamite. We're bringing it. It's coming home. It's coming home. The AEW title. It's coming home more than the World Cup. Sorry, I have to take that out there. A triumphant promo to open up the show by Will Ospreay. Got to give it to Will Ospreay. A lot of energy out of all that. With at least the home atmosphere filling in the energy because you don't see that energy unless he's cussing. But Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay will be probably the best match of the show. Next up, Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli at the semifinal. Dark Death Rider action continues. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Did they lose? Did they lose the rights to the Wild Things theme song from the trophy? I remember Moxley had that theme song for like a minute. All members except one member is out here supporting Moxley. That's the leader of the Death Riders. Bitch slapping the shit out of him. And to be fair, folks, I understand we missed Moxley from WWE, especially 2019 Hold'em. But damn, what makes him want to leave AEW in this case scenario, especially in the stage of his career where he's considered like a multi-time champion, world champion, headliner, consistent worker. I forgot Moxley's the Continental Champion. Then we have Kyle O'Reilly after he beat Roderick Strong against Nigel McGuinness, that's still suffering an injury, but he came with like the most stiffest knee strike to counter at. That shit was crazy. All right, still on the mound, Rodriguez taking over for against Pederez. In and out over in the swing. 1-0 to start. Isaac Pizarro's coming off a walk and a run. Top of the fourth. Sinker ball goes nowhere. Can't call the bluff. 2-0 for Rodriguez. Let's go. Come on. Two sinkers. And waiting especially. Still gaining equal support. Hello. Castagnoli. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. Getting a group huddle. Okay, these guys are doing the ring around the brosy like it's freaking Kansas. a Kansas City trick play in the red zone. My wife is nearby. My husband's nearby, so it's okay for me to be ringside. What? Nothing. I already scarfed down my popcorn. Claudio wearing a wrestling luchador mask in the middle of this. Continental Challenge Cup semifinal. We open up after a Will Ospreay promo before All In. Claudio Castagnoli matching up against John Moxley. Both men know equally what's on the line here, but Claudio, unless we do a figure poke, okay, we know AEW is not in that type of booking style. We know damn well they're not. They're in spite of Vince Russo booking. We know that. Trying the chain. Both clenching, both grappling off the open hands first. And now here we go. Claudio has the upper hand when it comes to the upper body strength. Keeping him pinned with shoulders down on the mat. Trying to keep both shoulders down. Oh, look at this. Claudio in the most sus position, but I know that's integral when you're clenching both hands. But it looks so suspect, gang. I'm sorry. Claudio now having him cornered with elbows to the face. In a massive chop by Claudio Castagnoli. European uppercut, Chad. This is already opening up. Claudio having the upper hand. More level-headed than when Moxley matched up with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay opened with like 17 like hidden blades and couldn't win. Please don't say we had a homer. Oh, god damn it. Is it 2-2 now? Yes, it is. It's tied up after a home run out over the top of the fourth, guys. God damn it. Going for a waist takedown. Claudio with two shoulders hooked. As they're in the guillotine, Claudio tries to have Moxley exit outside the ring and shoves him off over the ring apron. Moxley's now outside. And I think that's where the advantage finally switches for Claudio because Moxley tosses him in into a figure four outside the ring, unexpected. Claudio already battles out of it. Oh, now Claudio has him. Oh, he's already doing the spin. Two. Oh, on the guardrail. Right on the barricade. Claudio thought he had the upper hand, battles out of that finger four immediately. And then uncalled for like 3 swings, and then he just tosses him into the guardrail gang head first, bro. Jesus Christ. You're kidding me. Now the Astros score. But at least we're back with Chisholm on the plate now. He's coming out of a single, stolen base. 18 with 52, and people think he's having a bad season? Chisholm, hey, off center field. Let's go. Jazz, 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 jazz hands. Oh, I forgot they still do picture in picture. Jazz Chisholm, right near the head of the pitcher, hits above shortstop as well. A great hit from Chisholm. Austin Wells is next. That mustache is looking scarily. The facial hair rules for the Yankees is some bullshit. You have Austin Wells looking like Nestor Cortez never left. That's pissing me off because those guys have the same freaking frame. Ooh! That's going to hit right field. 2 men on base off a single. Caballero's next, bro. We're probably going to redeem ourselves after that inning. That's an insane start. We are having a great start. While Claudio's still with the upper hand on Moxley. Jose Caballero off a pop out. Back in the second. Only with 12 homers. And sweeper ball couldn't get through. Oh, that's a strike. Lambert now. Did they switch pitchers? No, he did 68. 1-for-1 so far for Caballero. Scary part, Chisholm off second base. Either can discombobulate him now. Oh, boy, let Caballero take over right field, but that bounced off the field first. That's going to bounce off the field first. Bases loaded, no outs. Have the Astros right where we want them, gang. Let's go. All right, Claudio. Going for the neutralizer. Still up on his feet after Moxley reversed and pimp slaps the shit out of him. Causes him to lose his head so he can escape. Going for a suicide dive from the outside. Tope suicida. Moxley's feeling the adrenaline rush after that. Giving him a piece of his own medicine since hitting him on the barricade. Still feeling the results of that last move. Moxley. Can he build up a clothesline to the corner? Pummeling him with some rights. While standing on top of him up the second turnbuckle. Okay, Grisham's next. Oh, this could be a chance to score. Ah, fucking double play, but I don't mind. Chisholm gets to finally score. That's all I wanted. But that's only going to leave one man over on base of Grisham finally getting contact. Let's get it. Both men trading blows, colliding head to head, literally. Okay, they'll be in France for Grand Slam, and I think then MJF commented that I'm out on October 6th. Isn't Grand Slam usually a Dynamite special? A European uppercut spammer. Claudio Castagnoli just spamming uppercuts, and it looks like he's doing armpit farts. That is crazy. Fright Night. Claudio finally has Moxley dazed, and a European uppercut turns into a fake crucifix into a cutter out of nowhere. And Claudio's already on his feet. Going for the paradigm shift. Claudio still using that strength to his advantage. Releases out of the hold, and now it's into a Fujiwara armbar. Guys, there's no pop in this match. Anytime they'll go for a cold open on the finish, build into a hold. And this brother's holding him off a sleeper while going for a spin into a rear naked choke. Like Moxley wouldn't be dazed enough off the sleeper hold. Hooks him over for the leg, not going for a pin, but Moxley going for a rear naked choke hold. Top of the fifth after the Yankees finally score off a run. What's popping, Crazy Juice? Screw it, I'm gonna get myself more popcorn. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I apologize. I heard Jonathan Kuminga went to the Timberwolves. Crazy Juice. If you didn't hear the news, years 15. I thought he'd go for a more max contract. A player option friendly contract. Oh shit. Moxley gets a curb stomp reminiscent of a certain freaking somebody. I'm not gonna lie, they have Claudio kicking his ass. Neutralizer. One. Two is gonna take out. Claudio. Oh, Moxley collapsed, taking too much punishment. Yeah, I knew we weren't going for Kaminga. I feel like your team's kind of set up already properly. Moxley played possum, powered out of one out of the fucking paradigm shit. Moxley goes for a stomp himself. Paradigm shit. It's over. Ew. No. But it looks like they got a younger Julius Randle replacement. And they still got Kyle Anderson, Rudy Gobert, Ida Sumu. Hell, Minnesota's looking like now a French contender. Damn. Moxley went off submission, guys. He's heading to the final. Hard fought matchup here in the semifinal with Claudio Fabio have the upper hand for majority. Imagine, I feel like they'll give it to Nigel McGuinness. Geographically, it just makes sense if Nigel McGuinness beats Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, I understand. I swear to God, I thought Pedro Pascal was in the freaking movie. That's why they force feed Pedro Pascal like honey chicken and Chipotle. I feel like Latinos are gonna eat that bullshit. Yeah, but I feel like for the semifinal, I don't feel like it won't take a lot of time for the match. It will be hard fought, but I feel like Nigel McGuinness is going to face Moxley in the semifinal. In the final, yeah, Jaden McDaniels, Jonathan Kaminga, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Rudy Gobert, and you got a matchup between the Thunder and the Spurs, man. Absolute insane. Carl Anderson, who did you for? Why did you force this young man to wear a Carl Anderson T-shirt? Have you no morals? What's like the most unnecessary wrestling merch shirt y'all would ever be forced to wear? If I see a poor child wearing that Golden Truth T-shirt where they were parodying Step Brothers, you know ball, but also you're unemployed. You need to know that. Personally. Okay, this time Garcia. Ah! It looks like Cody Bellinger coming out of his home run double. He had like he had a 3-run home run in his last game against the Astros. What's next? You think you know me? Let's go. Edge in a 6-man tag involving the Young Bucks. Sadly, Garcia's out. Damn. But I'm not gonna lie, Crazy Juice. Wolves looking pretty hairy. And for a second, I thought he was gonna go play for like a team like the Pacers. The karma of that Detroit 3-0 game against the Tampa Bay Rays. The karma. The swerve. Tampa Bay Rays are 79-54. Only 4 games. We got 4 losses below them. And that's going to be a ground ball off the first base. That's going to be out of Cody Bellinger. 0 for 3 start for him, bro. Far cry from what he had last game. And here comes the Young Bucks. Super kick party. Did they get the Ryback pyro treatment? Did they forget the pyro in the back? Or are they saving that for All In? That James Ellsworth T-shirt where it was just a shirt. Yeah, it was just his face. He was just making a face. Yikes. Another shirt. If you somehow come in with a "It's not my fault" T-shirt and you guys don't get the reference, don't go to a hospital, please. If you don't get the context and you wear a "It's not my fault" T-shirt in a freaking hospital, please don't. Here comes the Don Callis family of the most porn star carny manager that just. This is just jobber control. Because there's no way y'all telling me, here's Jake, something, Brian Cage, and Rocky Romero. Can you be their manager? Because if they can't get over, I don't want to be the failsafe. So that means if there's any accountability, Jake Doyle, why they can't get drafted, why they can't get over, put them all in a faction. Brian Cage still wearing that bodybuilder medal. Remember when they gave you the FTW title with Taz? Then nothing happened after you feud, and then you came back jacked more. Guys, before he was on AEW, he was a world champion on TNA, and he was actually decent, very reputable superstar. Edge opening up with Jake Doyle, or Jake something if y'all were watching TNA. And don't get me wrong, Jake Doyle looks outstanding. I thought he was going to be pushed on TNA, but we know AEW when the money starts flying, especially when your contract is up, you're gonna go. It's not like Kira Hogan that got signed back. And it sucks too because I like Kiera Hogan from behind. Both trading shoulder tackles. Jake Doyle, but a bit of underhanded tactics by one half of the Young Bucks. Reverse back elbow by both Edge and Nick Jackson. And Brian Cage is now tagged in a more suitable body mass equalizer. Oh, both reverse into back bodies. Clothesline, double clothesline. Chaining around to hit another double clothesline. I can understand the choreography, uh, synergy the Young Bucks have. It just looks too choreographed. You know what I'm saying? Where it feels like sometimes it just doesn't have a purpose. It just feels like you pressing triangle on 2K. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ruin anybody's excitement of the Young Bucks, but that's just my experience of why I don't prefer the Young Bucks. And they can have great matches, but Jesus Christ, sometimes it just feels too fake. Slingshot into a face here, off the ropes again, goes to a moonsault. Brian Cage is somehow there, catches him off, gives him an F5 on the apron. Who's better than Cage? Did Brian Cage just make a "Who's better than Canyon" reference? If Quick Canyon was still alive, he'd sue. I bet he'd sue. Sue. Shout out to Chris Canyon, man. Out of all the current wrestlers, I think some of the inspiration for their work style comes from Chris Canyon's wrestling ability. Like he was outstanding. Right now it's still 3-2. I think we're in the right now we're getting technical difficulties on the Yankees Astros. Or the ashtrays, if we're being honest. We know those cheaters deserve a better name. Then we just get Nationals, Rockies, and Cardinals and Orioles. That guy looks like Gideon from that guy that's wearing that guy that's wearing Carl Anderson's shirt looking like Gideon from that Disney show. Is this the new young big three? I think all these players are below 25 years old. Kaminga they literally got for pennies on the dollar. And I think this is our final week of preseason football with Steelers, Bills, Patriots, Browns, and then Niners might be available for the Niners game against the Raiders. And apparently, you're able to play as Mia Khalifa on NBA 2K. Nick Jackson trying to show some sign of life. Rocky Romero asking for the tag. Rocky Romero's highlight reel on AEW is just getting pinned by any other major star. Oh, Brian Cage gets Matt Jackson and Cope out of the area. What a running knee on Doyle. Super kicks on Romero. Evades Cage, but they're still out of commission. Trying to go for the tag. Brian Cage not only has the size of a heavyweight, but also the agility of a lightweight. What a Hurricane Rana! Reverses from the top. Asking for the tag now. Nick Jackson for how long? Hey, you can play as women now on NBA 2K. Why not? You can make it my player a woman. So yes, admit it worked. I'm joking. Over on the shoulder. Shoulder tackle by Cope. I'm trying so hard to not say Edge. I'm really trying so hard not to say Edge. Even though they try to make it Copeland, the Cope. Oh, Doyle was trying to break off Cope's momentum. Gets into a reverse flap check. Cope with his hair long, where it belongs. I hate when he makes it short. He's edging for a spear. Doyle blasts him out with a tackle. Reverses the kick. Takes him off by the legs. Double super kick while he's flattened. Super kick on Brian Cage. Romero's battling back on both men. Romero could deal with him only if he had Trent Beretta. Ooh, nearly super kicked Cope. But shoves him off the way from Brian Cage and Romero. Doyle goes with a roll up. No. AEW, I'll praise one thing. 6-man tags are a lot more entertaining. We had a lightweight, then we had a heavyweight. We had 3 different sizes of Starbucks drinks, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, over the shoulder. Backbreaker. Fireman's carry into an F5. And now Romero going for a sliced bread. Cover. 1, 2. Take that. Y'all moves are not over. Why? I'm shocked y'all even got a reaction. The minion Rocky Romero, yeah, from Roppongi Vice. Yeah, that jobber still is signed to AEW. I forgot Matt Sydal even showed up on AEW TV. Yeah, Matt Sydal. I think he's still under contract. Can you bring my drink, please? Yeah, my drink. My water. Double super kick on Jack Doyle. I mean Jake Doyle. Is it Jake Doyle? Double super kick on Brian Cage. Rolls out the way. And Rocky Romero does a double hurricane rana. Whoa! Oh yeah, then he does a slide and then takes the bump. Oh god, double super kick. Cope is now edging. Don't worry, folks. He's just getting ready for the spear. I'm sorry. He's not doing anything perverted. I swear to God. Going for the spear. 1, 2, 3. Dude, everybody does the spear. It's not like education or edge-o-matic. Like legitimately, did AW think there was a patent on the fucking spear all because Edge used it? This is how we looking so far, Crazy Juice. This is how the Wolves are looking so far. This is looking scary. Temporary alliance, but at least mutual respect. Knowing how much the Young Bucks want the tag team titles back. Oh, but Christian Cage is here. Christian Cage is in the building. Well, friendship aside, let me talk about your dads. Ah. How crazy it is that talking about somebody's dead father is over. I'm cracking your mother. Woo! Why is that over? Why is that over, guys? Shout out to TLC. Shout out to TLC. Even though Christian never won a Money in the Bank, technic- technically Edge still only won one Money in the Bank. You made it popular. I made it legendary. Chris, Christian Cage trying to make this feel like a Nas diss track. Shout out to Nas. It's AEW, not Young Bucks. You know what, Christian? We still sign your checks. Oh, look at this. Christian Cage antagonizing, even though it looks like Copeland's just trying to make peace. Copeland's just trying to make peace. Make this goddamn a dick punch into a super kick into a spear. The battle lines have been drawn. It's gonna be a fight this Sunday. Oh god, I just went full Michael Cole. I just went full Michael Cole, ladies and gentlemen. When you're commentating, do not go full Michael Cole. We'll see once the NBA season starts. Though I know it might be probably no the Wolves can beat the Nuggets. Anthony Edwards already has a 3-point shot. They're already well-renowned defensive team. And Kaminga off any rotation can drop 30. I think this is the perfect balance. The worst part, Trae Young, if only he was a bit more patient before he got traded to Washington, he could have had Kaminga waive that player option. Swerve Strickland versus Jack Perry over McGinnis and Kyle O'Reilly. I'd rather McGinnis. I mean, don't get me wrong, Swerve Strickland's a main eventer, but who the fuck cares about Jack Perry still? Willow! Or your reigning defending women's champion. All right, never mind. Mercedes Monet just assaulted her backstage. We had to make sure we did the backstage segment with her music because Mercedes didn't get her nails done yet. They're long as hell. Willow, the only way you can retain your women's title If you do the same laugh as Jeff Hardy when he had the Willow gimmick. Sweat. Why is this commercial ripping off Drowning Pools from Kendrick Lamar? Roll up. Drink. Headshot. Drink. Faded. Drink. Faded. LeBron James now in his load management journey, knowing that he actually has the starting five, including an MVP caliber big that's always injury riddled, young upstart rotation that are not known to always show up in the clutch, in elimination series, with a head coach with a chip on the shoulder. Oh yeah, the Sixers are cooked. And happy 27th birthday, Naz Reid. Oh, by the way, who made Keanu Carter give me some Monty Brown vibes, man? Shout out Keanu Carter. When I was streaming NXT, Keanu Carter looked like a man on a mission. I mean, anytime I see that guy do promos, he's just like, I'm escaping the hood. Keanu Carter is one felony away from doing a New Jack promo. Let's keep that a buck. Even though I love it. I love it if Keanu Carter is like New Jack mixed with Monty Brown. Not Marcus Carvon. The only cool part was his theme song. You're going down, 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 going to when I move, when I move. Yeah. I was headlining Impact with Christian Cage, Sting, AJ Styles, Abyss, Kurt Angle. I'm gonna be in a fucking squash match with with Elijah Burke, Matt Striker, and Kevin Thorne. Are people gonna remember my name? They're gonna remember the theme song. Oh god. Oh god. Jim Johnson can't even save my career. Jesus Christ. Kaiwi Tang. Oh dude, you were such a mid. You're just a mid-inning pitcher. Jesus Christ. That 4.224 ERA is pissing me off already. But he could close out the inning. Ooh, he got a sinker on him. Oh, Don Callis got more words. Oh yeah, the Casino Battle Royal is still on the show. Oh. Mark Davis did not change his pants before this promo. How do you know? Andrade's pulling up. The definition of second time's the charm, unlike Malachi Black type shit. A Latina single mom and some MILFs are here to see Andrade. MJ, yeah. Oh yeah, isn't he in a feud with Andrade? Da 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 da. Back up, Brokey. Come back, Brokey. Get punched off, Brokey. But the Young Bucks don't get their pyro. I'm the real world champion. Ew. Ah. Bring back Drew Galloway for talking that shit, MJF. No, it seems like MJF got some men to jump Andrade. Huh? That tan is not doing that young lady justice, by the way, when MJF is burying her. She looks like a young Dixie Carter, and that's less of a compliment than y'all give me credit for. One question. Oh, Andrade's dressed up as a fan. How do you know? Andrade. Oh, isn't he the AEW National Champion? I forgot that belt exists, bro. The only people that I know that were like a national champion was who? Ricochet? Oh yeah, he is the national champion. Most of this just feels like empty buildup. We had a run in the backstage assault, a triumphant babyface promo. Casino Gauntlet match. Whoever wins gets a title shot, and MJF and Andrade are there. Next up will be the semifinal. Oh, Jericho, I do not want to see your treasure trail. I'm here to make my announcement that I will be in a casino battle royal. I will be in a casino battle royal. I think I want to be in a casino battle royal. What's popping, John Jay?
Yo. Yep.
How you doing, John? Are you going to see the last game for the Raiders and Niners?
I'll probably be busy on that day. I don't know yet.
I don't know. I got work. I'm kidding.
Yep. Did you get my
Right now, I
message?
just saw washed up Chris Jericho announce that he's going to be in a battle royal match.
Did you get my message?
Yeah, I got a link. What was all with all the AI, by the way?
Kenny makes shorts. Like I say, he doesn't do like streaming content. McNider is doing streaming content. If you want an invite, I can send you the link. He goes live at 7 my time, so 10 Eastern, and it's a 2 hour show, so it's not gonna be long. And it's usually Levi, who's a Ravens fan, and Kenny as they go off the rails talking about random stuff, while me and McNider try to talk about football.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds out of order. Let me know whenever you send.
yeah. So
Oh, we got an OG John Jay. He's a bit of an older generation wrestler in England. His name is Nigel McGuinness. And yes, his shirt's based on the alcoholic brand. Emphasis to Guinness. Or the only way back in London how my father communicated with me. I'm joking. I'm not from London. We're doing it. Bitch, why are you in the ring entrance still? Renee Paquette, why are you still at the ring entrance? Is that been a thing in Dynamite? In the middle of the Continental Cup, y'all do ringside ringside analysis while guys are doing their entrance. Imagine just interrupting Ric Flair's entrance. He's been waiting for this since July. Shut up, bitch. You're not my baby mama. Woo! What the hell? Yeah, he can still wrestle. I don't doubt his ability. And my worst hopes, the Astros tied. Here we go. Going for a leg scissors. Oh, gets him over the backside. Both men, former Ring of Honor world champions Kyle O'Reilly and Nigel McGuinness. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly being a gentleman of it, shaking his hand. Kyle O'Reilly and Nigel McGuinness are literally doing what it's not Taekwondo. What's that thing where the MMA fighter starts on the ground? Trying to pull you in for a submission.
I think I'm not sure if it's jujitsu. I could be wrong. Ground fight. I know it's ground fighting. That's what the terminology.
I know it's ground fighting. MMA fighters hate it.
Now Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you
Capoeira.
ground fight and you also fight standing up.
Oh yeah, it's like breakdancing.
So I think Japanese jiu-jitsu is ground fighting. I could be wrong.
Yeah, when they're on their back, pause. Snapmare, both men working on their groundwork, trying to take advantage. Snapmare again into a headlock. We're practically going to have like at least 4 to 5 matches. Oh, and McGuinness literally had the referee tricked into giving the opponent a headlock to disguise it. That is crazy trickery by Nigel McGuinness. Not sponsored, by the way. We're not sponsored.
Jericho is still wrestling. Damn.
Yes, Chris Jericho is still wrestling.
Must be broke.
I just saw him promote himself. He's going to be in a casino battle royal. That if he wins, he earns a world championship opportunity. Dude, you have your own rock band. I like understand this. Don't get me wrong, John Jay. I understand like it's adrenaline rush in the wrestling business. Some guys you can't just stop performing. But Jesus Christ. Hey, John, don't you want to follow on this table with that's on fire with thumbtacks on it? Or you rather just make another album?
That's a good one.
I'm giving you a failsafe. And all you get is a hamburger and a handshake and some heroin.
I'll
That's
pass.
CZW pay stubs. That's CZW pay stubs.
Very simple. I pass.
Or being head coach for the 49ers. Diving running knee from the. I'm picking the wrestling. It was hard. It was hard to go to the trailer park and find where Jed York was resident until I saw the $250,000 car that was up in the driveway.
Sheesh. Every 49er fan is like, it's no big deal. Who cares?
You know, it's people like that allows wars to happen. I'm sorry, I don't trust people like that. Those type of people that are negligent, that billionaires are getting away with prostitution, yet I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, Jed York does it. I'm a monster. When I do it, it's just considered another family plan. What's more washed up, Klay Thompson to the Miami Heat or Paul George? Okay, first of all, the disrespect on Klay Thompson. Sure, he wasn't at his best when he went to Dallas, especially his last season with Golden State. 38% from the behind the arc is still a great statistic for any average guard in the NBA. I'd still consider Klay Thompson over on the Miami Heat as a better outside shooting option, even though he might not start regularly. I think Crazy Juice's biggest concern, why not get Jonathan Kuminga because he went off to Minnesota.
Anyway, I'll send you the link if you have time to pop one. I gotta go. Phone call.
Oh, phone call?
Yeah, I have a phone call. Catch you later.
What do you think, John Jay? Thank you for popping by. I see fans being happy because they think it'll make Jed York have to sell the team. That's actually a pretty good upside. So I see y'all doing big brain plays, doing ultra bad PR, just so you guys can get better front office. Okay. Okay. I have this guessing game. Guess the wrestler. Former ECW world champion. He won Money in the Bank. Okay, first of all, when y'all doing this guess the wrestler, don't give me the Money in the Bank briefcase with the logo of the WrestleMania of the exact year. That's Jack Swagger, isn't it? That was the last singles title that bro won. Oh, wait, no. He was World Heavyweight Champion, then United States Champion. But he also won the tag titles, too. Yeah, it's Jack Swagger, though. It's Jack Swagger. I'm going to hit you with a spear. That's after no Jack Swagger. They probably 2010 was supposed to be probably his breakout year to be a legitimate main event talent, especially for all the departures 2010 WWE superstars had. Like Chris Jericho was out due to injury. Edge was like practically that was like the last legs of Edge having a full schedule. Shawn Michaels retired around 2010. Chris Jericho was borderline washed as a main event star. Oh, rebound lariat gets countered into a knee strike. Kyle O'Reilly with a punt kick. Cover. 1, 2, near fall. Into a cross arm bar. Trying to hold over the submission. You ain't concerned about that? Some are born to fly. Ankle lock gets stopped off a rope break by Nigel McGuinness. And stepping right on that leg that's been an injury riddled since his last match. And look at this. Kyle O'Reilly trying to snap his shoulder. Oh, it blinds him off pulling over from the ropes. Off eye level. Yo, the ring psychology by Nigel McGuinness, bro. Unexpected. And guys, I didn't see Nigel McGuinness in his prime on Ring of Honor. I saw him when he was supposed to be like a future talent over on TNA when he was called Desmond Wolf. Like his biggest rivalry was like with Kurt Angle. What a waste, bro. This is what he's capable of when he's healthy. Over from the shoulders. 1. Pulls him off, hooks the legs. Kyle O'Reilly hooks the legs after he pulls over from the shoulders. Near fall. A bit of IQ with the perfect timing. Nigel McGuinness trying to win this handily without putting that much pressure into the knees. Both trading blows. Damn. I think I know after the trading blows, Kyle O'Reilly's going to go for his little combo, stomping down a punt. Rebound lariat into a German. 1, 2. Goes for a roll into a schoolboy. Into a leg lock over from the shoulder. God damn, Kyle O'Reilly, who jumped you backstage? Brother looks like he already got a black eye. And now it turns into a crossface. Hooks over on the legs, McGuinness. Going again, redirecting his crossface. Heel bell lock from his old rival, Bryan Danielson. Hooks over from the back of the calf. O'Reilly still trying to aim for that leg injury. Counters into a hook of the pin. And now single leg Boston Crab. But angling it to a certain angle where the joint, you can see the pressure. Barely any type of freedom of movement for Nigel McGuinness on the submission. And he pulls it. Still having a national anthem song, even though the game is in the middle. Traded blows. Right hand. Stops it with a headlock. Rebound. Lariat. After the headbutt by Nigel McGuinness. Cover. 1, 2. No. This match I feel like is a bit better than Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli so far. London Dungeon submission. He's won several championships with this. And yes, I called it. Nigel McGuinness headed to the finals like I called. I'll do respect. I don't think anybody's wishing for Kyle O'Reilly to get pushed against Moxley. Even though I'm not gonna doubt that it's gonna be a great match, no one's gonna give a shit about Kyle O'Reilly. Swerve Strickland versus Jungle Jack Perry 1-on-1. Whopper, 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 whopper. Sorry, guys, you didn't pay extra for the stream or gave it don't know. Whopper, whopper, whopper. Come on, gang. Ravens placed Danny Pinter on a knee injury. Oh boy. After they just got rid of their all-pro center. Kuminga literally turned down $30 million a year off his extension with the Warriors when he was seeking a max for $44 million a year. Now he's taking 2 years, 6.5, far less than attainable, but at least he has more financial control. And plus, he barely has the leverage out of max contract. And I guess there's more of the leverage of performance because you could just rotate Kuminga at the 4 with Aida Sumu, then Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and Rudy Gobert. Or it'd be Kuminga Daniels, because Daniels can stretch as a 4, or Kuminga can stretch as a 4 for more perimeter defending, while you have more outside post work. Kuminga can also score on the inside with Edwards that is better outside shooting now. With LaMelo, that's great outside shooting. The playmaking is going to be immaculate. It'd be a tragedy if the Wolves don't even make it close to the conference finals. I think that's also a tough ceiling to bring because they got to play against the Lakers with Luka finally like under his own team now, and the most gingerfied Lakers team you've ever seen before the merger, and of course, and then you have when they were still in Minnesota. Then you got the San Antonio Spurs that are still a recreational like favorite. Now they have a good wing secondary scorer that can also create his own shot on the inside because mid range is still important in basketball. I know what y'all been talking about, and the Thunder are still great reloading on talent. Even though I feel like getting rid of Lou Dort was a massive loss this offseason, letting him go off to the Hawks. And Isaiah Joe to the Detroit Pistons when it's shown that he can play great for the secondary team on the Thunder. But it's predominantly a big 4 when it comes to on paper rotations, like because the Clippers are done. They're practically a 40 win team, even if Kawhi Leonard is willing to stay after he tried to fraud his way into a trade with the Raptors. Nuggets, I think championship hopes are absolutely cooked. It's cooked. DeMar DeRozan is not going to quantify what Michael Porter Jr. is even contributing. Zeke Naji is not going to be the type of young player that they need. And getting DeMar DeRozan to just help up the wing or the 2 guard position when you have Christian Brown already. Nuggets franchises screwed themselves just off arrogance alone. Like, what would be their biggest acquisition after the Kuminga signing? Fucking Bruce Brown on a cheap contract? Now, I thought Kyle Fletcher was shorter. He actually looks pretty tall. Family. 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 Persephone. We got a CMLL star named Persephone. That's tough. She got to be bad. Okay. Persephone looks familiar. Is she a former WWE talent? The CMLL Women's Championship looks like a pair of butt cheeks. And here comes Divine Dominion that are presenting themselves like goddesses entering the arena. They are exaggerating with the gear, but like this is the PLE. But kudos to them. They look cool, even though they look like that Malevolent show. Hey, Dad, how good was Damian Lillard? Prime Damian Lillard was dropping 70 and 61, 3 years apart. The it girl herself, Maya Ward. I didn't even know she was a TBS champion. Persephone, the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter, and Maya Windsor, and the TBS champion in trios action. I'm guessing. This Persephone to kick off familiar. Oh, she was on MLW. That's how I recognize her. Is that Cain Velasquez she took a photo with? Oh, she's young too. She's 25 years old. Persephone. Maya Bain. Maya World. Get it? My World. Maya World. And Mariah Bain with a belly to belly suplex after literally deadlifting her. Oh, God. She's. Maya World getting absolutely cooked, chat. Tagging in Persephone. Him slapping the shit out of her. Oh, yeah. Angle it out. Zoom in, please. These chicks are too short to do a wide out shot. Persephone's like 5'4". And here comes the tag on Windsor. Alex Windsor holding over on Persephone and a back elbow. Bit of a hot tag combination. Sunset flip into a big boot. Now look at this. Windsor trying to take care of most of the tag team partners. Windsor, clothesline on Persephone. This time it's going to be Jamie Hayter with a lariat of her own. With no flannel, this gimmick isn't getting over, folks. Maya World with an assisted clothesline into a double suplex. Okay. And that's crazy, too. I think Jamie Hayter, isn't she a former AEW Women's World Champion? She won the women's title a while ago, and then after, like, they've written her off as an afterthought after she got hurt. Bro, I remember she was like matching up against like headliners on the women's division. Why can't we just get a John Constantine show instead of a bunch of millennials just coddling around? Officers after Jed York after they clicked their hot singles in your area ad. Man, it's too easy. Hot single moms in your area. We found Jed York. We got more leaked footage. You're watching porn all by yourself. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh god, is that what he's doing? That's disgusting. Name 3 wrestlers you like and when you don't, and let others guess the wrestlers you don't like. Okay. I think everybody's going to know the wrestlers I do and do not like. But this is crazy what they did for Caleb Williams. This is for the what's worse already than the rival uniforms? How zesty the poses they made Caleb Williams did. It's already concerning. And they thought CJ Stroud is better than this guy. That's the sad part too. And I was defending Caleb Williams. Now you're gonna make me say Bryce Young's better. I don't want to. For a second, please use the restroom. My apologies. Oh, good to see you back, John. Right now we're in the trios women's match. With Maya World, the only black woman on this tag match, trying to get ready for a hot tag. There's the hot tag. Maya World with the running lariats that she got a leap for. But she's probably under 5'5". Maya World, reverse Irish whip, top rope leg drop in front of Persephone. Where the influx of women wrestlers just made it worse. I didn't even remember Maya World even got signed. Ooh. And Cross comes with a super kick. Stuns her, then a super kick by Windsor. Spear by Persephone. Now we're just getting everybody with the bodies in the floor. STO, a Uranagi backbreaker. Mariah Bain. Megan Bain with a lariat. And everybody's down. Like my hopes and dreams. Rushing into their spot, but a double German on Dominion. Double drop kick by Persephone. Clothesline this time on My World. Calling you a cable network champion is still crazy to me still to this day. Going for the German. Pushing her off. Maya World goes for like an eclipse. Into a springboard stunner. A triangle stunner off the ropes, and Dominion takes her off, jumping her like they're in an alleyway. Oh! Crossbody gets shoved off. After Jamie Hayter gets caught by both women, Alex Windsor comes with the assist off a senton. And the worst punches I've ever seen when y'all try to grapple around like a ballroom, and then y'all still rotating and punching. It makes it look worse. Just grab each other's weave. But Persephone hits Maya World with the women's championship. While the referee is distracted, and now he pays attention. Persephone going for the frog splash. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And the heels picked up the victory. Oh, yo, we up, man. 7-3. But there is Altuve, Grisham, Ben Rice showing out. Lombardo and Bellinger, bro. This is all without Judge. He's still out. Kevin Knight literally tricked him with pyro, then swung that shit like Shane McMahon hit the steel chair on the Rock, hit him with a coast to coast with a steel chair, and walked out. And then the son of Sting literally had to come in and help him out. Yeah, I think I remember his last match. Sting literally had all his sons wear every iteration of his career, and pulled up. By the way, they all almost look all like him. That was crazy. All look like any part of his prime. especially Crow Sting, massive babyface Sting in the early WCW NWA era, and then I think Wolfpack Sting. One guy was dressing up like Wolfpack Sting. It was so cool. Seriously, and then Darby Allin, that was probably his idea of going full 2008 Jeff Hardy or 2009 Jeff Hardy, taking a pyro to the face, and then you get hit with a title, and then you're supposed to compete in 2 weeks. Gang, I'd book you off for a month. There's no way you're going to survive pyrotechnics to the entire body while you're getting hit with a full blown concussion, and then you're getting hit with a coast to coast. Ooh, looks like a peak athlete. What the fuck? This is what confuses me. How you have this chud chin, and then you look like you can do gymnastics with the boots and the cut off jeans. I can't get this. This entire custom looks confusing. This is what happens when you're doing you press the scramble button for your car for WWE 2K20. Is this where the other 5% of your body fat went? That's crazy. I apologize if I'm being harsh, folks, but that's just concerning to me. Top 5 craziest NFL players: Aaron Hernandez, OJ Simpson, Ray Lewis, Antonio Brown, or Lawrence Taylor. Nigel McGuinness and Moxley's going to be a movie. I feel like it's going to be the most emotionally standing match in the show. Even though another banger could be Penta and Ray Phoenix, and Ray Phoenix we've been watching Ray Phoenix in action. He's been killing it. Oh, we already in main event time. Swerve Strickland versus Jungle Jack Perry, 1-on-1. Swerve. Right now it's still 7. The Caballero, foul ball. Swerve Strickland has really rebuilt his career here on AEW. I think he's like the only black guy to headline the AEW show. How out of all the technically does Swerve Strickland count as a Triple H fumble? I know Samoa Joe was a fucking Vince fumble by a landslide. That was a Vince fumble in general. They can make him an enforcer, but he only headlined one. He only showcased one WrestleMania. That's disrespectful to a guy like Samoa Joe. I'm here still because of my dad. And I think Tony forgave me for what happened back at All In a couple of years back. How did he demote you? He made me wrestle at New Japan. Fuck. I like Swerve's previous theme song before it changed. Swerve Strickland showed no respect to the theme song. Into a headlock. Trying to go Jack Perry to swing first. Should have took that shot, and obviously Swerve Strickland showing the strength upper hand. That little entrance ain't gonna carry you. Swerve seems to be showing. Poke him, poke of the eyes. Here comes Jack Perry. Shoulder tackle him, already distorting off the eyes, and now he's mocking him. Tripping him. This is such a mid card match. I do like the speed it's going for, and it seems to be a pretty fun match, but this should not be the main event. It should have been Kyle O'Reilly and Nigel McGuinness. At least we got Collision. It's probably going to be the only wrestling show I am not watching. I am not wasting my time with Collision. Even though I feel like it's going to be more in-ring oriented. Hell, I'd be one of the matches to go short. Hell, they should have McGuinness and O'Reilly go a bit longer, and Collision have more of an emphasis they have on the wrestling. Alvarez stuck with Fulmer. Irish whip over from the shoulders. Goes straight for the midsection to Swerve Strickland. Mocking the audience following along. Over on the ropes, elbows him, shoulder tackles him on the midsection. Perry. Over for a sunset flip. Oh, goddamn. Stumps the shit out of him to stop the sunset flip powerbomb on the apron. Into a big boot. Missile drop, low drop kick over on the ring apron. Hurricane Rana and still swerving, budging. Damn! Head first into swinging him after reversing the Hurricane Rana. Tossing him head first into the ring post and then landing head first into the steel steps is a brutal way to go. I forgot he was traded for Cespedes, and now you're a Yankee. Abyss Karma comes up signing with the Tigers. Did the Tigers do nothing with him? Palmer hanging out the shortstop and is going to exit out the two-out situation for the Astros over the top of the eighth. Jose Altuve, 41 RBI off 14 homers. Bounce. Underthrown. It's out. Change sides in the bottom of the eighth. And Fulmer clutching it. One more inning to go. FunnyCon money purse challenge offer 100,000. Match traditional 5 minute opportunity. Opponent Dolph Ziggler. Daniel Garcia. What's the difference? Did not get pinned within the time limit. JaVale, just play 2K, man. Just play 2K. Jed York arriving to the trailer park. Where the titties at? Smack your goddamn daddy. Yeah, smack your Jed York probably saying the same thing Uncle Jerome said to the hookers. Obviously to the hookers. Yet again, Swerve mocking again. Whose house? Prince Nana showing who they should really be chanting for. Former AEW World Champion. It's a gory special. Oh my god. Trying to break off this gory special submission hold with Jack Perry just reaching for the ropes with his arm. Battling out and toss him off, reversing over the ropes, getting out of that submission. Perry. Baseball slide catches him off. Swerve reverses off the full Nelson into a sliced bread. Tough maneuver by Jack Perry. Perry again. Lightning strikes twice on the Tope Suicida here. Into another Tope Suicida. Swerve is still stumbling. And a Tope con hello after 2 straight suicide dives. Into a moonsault outside. Ben Rice now went out 2-0. Perry going high risk. With too much of a waiting time, makes Swerve Strickland catches him outside. Moonsault's out the way. Into a snap DDT immediately, going for the cover. 2-0. Oh, and Jack going for his double hook into a stunning chop. Jack Perry says he can eat those. Oh, this time, this one stuns him, and now Swerve going for that side kick into a super kick, and now in a sitting position. Perry, God damn! Swerve stomp. And there's a swerve stomp. Turns into an STF. What the hell? No way. They're going to just get the surprise upset like this before we go to an all in. This whole prize is going to be lost and all that momentum. Swerve's battling out with one hand. He's trying to pry open. Gets out of the hold into a leg scissors to try to keep him to not escape, but instead go for the pin instead of redo the sleeper hold. Gets out of the knee strike. Swerve catches him over from the bottom. Hit him with a powerbomb. Oh, reverses into a hook of the leg. 2, no. Reverses off the elbow. Stunning crate separation. Swerve catches him over the shoulder. Push off for a German. Reverses into a hook and cradle. Grabbing him by the hair and pulling him off. 1, 3, and Swerve wins. Swerve's house. Da-da-da. Just one moment closer. Swerve Strickland mocking Jack Perry by showing that he is this close to beating him. A decent match, but that shouldn't have been the main event to close out before the pay-per-view. Hell, you scrambled this. This would have been a pretty good show, especially if you would have put Will Ospreay closing out the show to give hype into your main event match for the world title. Well, Swerve wins. Will Ospreay doing CrossFit. Kenny Omega playing Street Fighter 6. You're my hero. You know how long I've been scratching, flying, shooting for hoops, wrestling in G1 climaxes. Winning the New Japan World title when it looked like a video game belt. Just one more shot and I'll get alcoholic. I will not, cannot tell the time. He's not speaking. I can't tell the time. Tell the time. Yeah. We got 2 runs. We're in the bottom of the ninth with 1 out remaining. Lombardo currently 2 for 2. Pressure's on while the pitch clock is still in effect. Oh shit! And a swing and a miss for Lombardo. We're going top of the ninth, down by 6 runs, with the Astros needing a prayer and some good hitting to get them out of this slump. Just one more shot. With Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega working as hard as they did in different stretches of their careers, but in similar pasts. Well, Kenny Omega doing some type of boxing training just doesn't sit well with me. Knowing he's not much of a striker, I find it counterintuitive for the gimmick in general. Oh, by the way, sad news: SmackDown's coming back to 3 hours, I think. The main event: Kenny and Will Ospreay. Name the Yankee with a 1,400 hits off an average of 220. Okay, Jerry Murphy. And that's it. If they close that over with the vignette, Dynamite show was pretty average. I was not expecting. It felt like such a run in the middle. If you're gonna have majority of the heels get over, and it just felt like it was just a place to not put the tournament. I would have just continued and made it more story driven. If you were gonna have Mercedes Mene just backstage assault Willow, waste of time. Will Ospreay was gonna open and not even close out over the show for a forgettable main event like Jack Perry versus Swerve Strickland. And the 6-man tag was fun. I think the best match was Kyle O'Reilly versus Nigel McGuinness. But guys, it was just a mid off, especially over for the go home show. I actually had a bit more anticipation than this. Thank you, John. Two outs remaining. But the card itself, for all in, I think is going to compensate for a lackluster episode. But I expect a bit more going on, especially if we're going to go home to a bigger show this year. Especially when everybody still barely talks about SummerSlam, you want your show to still be like the biggest thing talking about when it comes to an alternative promotion. That's just my opinion. 2 for 1. Ground ball. It's going to be an out. Chisholm and Tramiel. You look at him, you already know he had hit it. Donovan Mitchell, welcome to the NBA moment. By his future teammate James Harden gave him a pull-up jumper drop 56. I remember that was when he was on the Jazz, and Harden was in that scoring streak when he had like a whole week of averaging like 30 to 40, 35 to 40 points. So Pop up. Yep. Ah, foul ball. Having Swerve Strickland beats Jack Perry with 4 runs in the inning since August 11th. Left-handed batters versus LHP. Cody Bellinger with the near the post-game interview after the final inning. Looks like Malik Monk didn't ask for a trade over. He's still stuck on the Sacramento Kings under contract. But Keon Ellis gets to leave. De'Aaron Fox gets to leave. Demotis is still there. Exactly. I heard he might get bought out of his contract. And we got 75 wins. We win 9-3. Get a good victory against the Astros, folks. And we just finished our go home show for All In. We're gonna close out here so I can get some extra rest. That's it for me over in the DST show. Hopefully, y'all have a great rest of the night. Trying to save up over some enemy energies. Ooh.